Hi guys, just zooming in here. Happy Friday, and it is Tutorial Friday again with Makeup Multimedia Makeup Academy. So as you can see, I have just brows on today because we're going to do a first impression of some foundation. We're going to put some graphic liner on, and as promised, I am going to try a different concealer that's not Shape Tape. So why don't we get into it? If you're heading on your way out, might as well sit here, watch this live, and get ready with me. So let me get the rest of this remaining mascara off of my eyes so we can get started. All right. Okay. So we're ready to get into this right now. I'm excited. I love Tutorial Fridays. They're one of my favorite segments that I do. So first thing we're going to do is work on eyes since we're doing graphics. So I'm actually going to use the primer that was in my BoxyCharm in September, and it is the Angel Eyes Luscious Cosmetics primer. I'm going to just put it right on. And if you end up watching this live later, hope you have some good Friday plans. We still got some okay weather going on, not too hot, not too cold. I've got to get to an apple orchard, that's for sure. Haven't been since I was a kid, so I'd be really excited to go. So I like this primer because it has that really nude, thick base for when you're doing something like what we're getting ready to do, a graphic liner with some Inglot products. So I think the colors are going to lay down really well on top of this shadow primer and stay. So now I'm kind of just patting what's left on the back of my hand here down. So Holiday is out pretty early this year in beauty, and I think what I want to do within one of the coming weeks is go out and do a Sephora and an Ulta holiday release vlog and show you guys all of the different holiday stuff that is out. Maybe we'll get a few products from them, come back on here and do a review as well. I think that would be a really fun video. So that is something I am thinking about putting into the works. So before we get into our Inglot graphic liner, we're going to go on and just do some eye makeup first, just basic eye makeup. So I'm going to take my blending brush here. Let me actually clean it off. Got my brush cleanser here. Got my good old Perry & Spirit in my cute little container that I created that you can get from the Fiction Store, the makeup brush cleanser. And I'm just getting in my brush really, really clean. Any kind of leftover product out of there so we can get a fresh blend. Okay, so I've got my Luxie brush. I'm actually going to go in with another BoxyCharm product. This is the Alamar Cosmetics palette, Reina del Caribe, sorry. And we're going to go in with this. I'm just going to lightly dip into this Cafecito for our crease. That would actually be a great video for a Trend Tuesday. Going out and vlogging all the holiday stuff. So see how lightly I'm going over today with that? Not crazy heavy. This is actually a first impression for this primer too, because I've never tried it. So first impression Fridays, tutorial Fridays. We're kind of getting everything all in one today. I'm going crazy with all the holiday that's out, so I'm really excited about doing that segment because there's so much, and I'm like being really smart. I'm like, nope, it's October. This stuff is going to be stocked to the brim. I promise you. So I'm not going to freak out and start buying now. Surprisingly enough, it's not a ton of makeup wearers in my family, so it's not even time to worry about gift getting early. But we're definitely going to go check it out on a live. So I'm just lightly dusting here. That same brown, so we haven't changed any shade at all. I'm just dusting it lightly in the corner, the outer corner of my eye. Nothing's changed, as you can see, just very light application. And now we're going to take a packing brush and we're going to go in with one of these more vibrant shades as our base. And we're going to use Cocoa Taxi. It's pretty orange here. Just going to go ahead and pack it all over the lid, completely all over. I remember when I first tried this on a live, this color, I didn't know if I liked the way this pigment picked up, but I like it with this primer. Like I said the last time, sometimes it's just the product or the base you're using. Because this is translating really well this time around. So a holiday coming, I'm just thinking of so many different, and not just like Christmas, like all of the holidays coming up. I'm just thinking of so many different ideas and cool little segments to bring to you guys that I think would be really fun. Makeup, beauty, business related. I think we're going to have a great time. And if you watch the Let Your Story Drive You segments next Tuesday, it's going to be a fun one. That one's going to be fun because I'm doing a trivia game as well. So you should tune into that if you have time. All right, so we got our pretty Cocoa Taxi shade down. Now we're going to start working with the graphic liner. Again, we just have our nice soft brown base for a reason because we really want the graphic liner to kind of be the star of the show. I'm even going to blend it out just a tad bit more. And now we're going to go in with some Inglot products, which is featured today. Okay, so the first product we're going to lay down is going to be the Inglot Gel Liner in number 76. So it's just white, and we're going to lay that down as our liner base. And we're going to go over it with a pure pigment that we're going to mix with some good old Graftobian Magic Set Mixing and Lining Liquid. So first, let's go and take our product. So I'm going to scoop it out and put it on my little sanity station here. just enough to create my liner. Let's spray some of my Period Spirit down here and get that excess glitter out of my brush from yesterday's makeup challenge, which was a fun one. All right, fresh clean brush, boom. And now we're gonna go in with our graphic liner base. Now these liners are, these pot liners by Inglot are very well known and also bulletproof and surefire. So you wanna kind of get your shape down and get it there because they do dry kind of fast. And that is just the truth, ladies and gents. Which I love though, because I know it's going to be budge proof. So I want to point something out too. When I'm doing my own makeup, I don't mind giving a soft stretch to the skin with my liner. It's just a habit. When I'm working on a client, we don't stretch the skin for a lot of obvious reasons. We hold taut if we need to. And you can hold the eyelid very taut and gently if you need to get that liner exactly where you want it. So just a little tip. So I'm going outward with it, and then I'm going to pull it up. And you'll notice I fill that space in a little bit. We'll get back to it. And fill that space back in. Don't worry if you have something coming down, because you can always go back over it with your brush. And it's nice because it's white, so it's going to just make your pigment more vibrant, so don't freak out. See? Easy peasy. We're going to do one eye at a time today for this graphic look. Especially going live, it's not like we can edit this in any way, so I want you to see how I'm creating this look. So right now, this is our base. I'm going to try to keep my eyes flat, my lid as flat as possible. That's just our base for some graphic liner. Now we're going to go in with our Inglot Pure Pigment. And this is a nice teal shade, and this is number 70. We're going to go ahead and give that a mix with our Graftobian, and we're going to go over this. And the reason I picked white, obviously, so it can be as teal as possible. And I'm going to take a Delium brush, and again, just going to give it a nice freshen up. We just lost the concealer. I'll grab it though, no worries. Got it. So this is the concealer we're using today, guys. Benefits Blank. Get back in focus. Okay. So I'm going to take some of my product out. And I'm just mixing the product together with the liquid. And now we're going to go over top. So see how that lines up very well, and it gives you a great guideline, and it also makes it really vibrant. And I love this Delium brush. We're doing eyes first. You can clean up your liner however you want with your concealer too, which is a plus as well. And I love the angle of this Delium brush. This is the 548 Delium. And I love how angled it is for you to get in those areas you need to get into when you're doing something like graphic liner. And see how it's easy? I'm just carving it out. And give that more of a sharpen. Boom. Let's grab the white in that corner there. Like I said, get excited if you get a little white on that lid, because all it's going to do is enhance your orange. So see how vibrant that is with the white base down? And if you want to pull this down as low as you want, get creative with it, please, please, please be my guest. That's what makeup is all about, kind of catering it to you and your world. I'm going to put a little bit more of our product out for the second eye and grab some of that white eyeliner as well from Inglot. I just love teal. I love teal anything. It's just so pretty. And see what I mean? It's surefire. Look how it's not transferring. It's just right there. This is going to drive me crazy on the lash because it looks like it's part of the liner. So I'm going to scoop out some more of my Inglot white gel liner. Make sure I'm focused here. Sometimes I have to reset my settings on my phone for my lives, guys. There we go. All right, we're back. So I'm going to take my brush here and go back in with that white liner. And we're going to go ahead and line the other side of the eye. You know what I notice when I do my makeup too? That this eye is always the easier eye to do. I can kind of get through this eye faster for some reason. You can most certainly take your time on a graphic liner. You do not have to move as fast as I'm moving. If you make mistakes, again, it's a white base, so it's great for the orange. In the words of the late and great Bob Ross, there are only happy mistakes. And I'm just working out the symmetry over here. I'm going to go back in with my mixing liquid and my teal shade. And we will pat some color down on that white after. I just cannot get enough of this teal shade, guys. It's so pretty. I cannot get enough. And so you can take your orange, that Cocoa Taxi, and do your touch-ups while that white's still down there. Then you can sharpen up that corner with the teal. And take your time with your liner. Sometimes if you rush, you'll get a shape you don't want. There we go. I'm going to take my Cocoa Taxi and just pat over that blue. What I love about lives is it definitely challenges you to keep going. You can't edit anything in lives. So you're always on, and I totally appreciate that. I love it. You're just always on. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this here to sit. Going to make sure we have every line filled out we want. And we're going to move on. Let me find my Atelier brush. Just want to touch up some of the blue here. Make sure we're all covered up. And we're going to bring some of that orange down. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep you in focus. I don't know what's going on today. There we go. All right, right there. Almost got you guys. All right. Let me get focused. I'm sorry. Sometimes the YouTube live just gets weird. Hope you guys can see me well. We're going to go ahead and put that Cocoa Taxi at our bottom lash line. We're just going to smudge it out with this brush here before we go and clean everything up. That's better. And you can do this green because it's the pure pigment. If you want to do the green on the bottom, you can go for that too. You can totally add that down at the bottom. I might just pull it down in the inner corner at the bottom lash line, because I really just want a little bit of this orange down here for now. Don't poke your eye out. Okay, I'm just taking what's left over of my Inglot Pure Pigment mixture, and I'm just pulling that color down. And I can't wait till our YouTube channel gets a really nice following, because it'd be nice to talk to people on Tutorial Fridays, because they're fun and I like feedback and questions and interaction. But it's nice too because you can still watch this. Okay, so we're obviously going to clean everything up. And let me just again get you guys in focus more. Look at that. There we go. I don't know why the zoom in here is so extreme. I'm sorry. There we go. Let's leave it here because we're already close up. Oh, the trials and tribulations of life sometimes, huh? Okay, so we got our graphic liner down. Let me pat some more of this Cocoa Taxi on too with my packing brush. Now we're gonna go in with a new concealer. It's not Shape Tape, and we're gonna go in with Boing Concealer, and this is in the shade 4, and it's by Benefit Cosmetics. I'm just gonna take my concealer brush and pull some out. This is my personal, so I'm gonna dip right in it. And just go ahead and place it and then blend it. Yes, you can put this on with your finger if it's yours and blend it out how you want. I love a good color corrector. I'm also, again, going to use it to sharpen our graphic liner here, too. Lately, I've been kind of putting a little bit of concealer on my nose, too, to kind of help mattify when I don't want to use primer, believe it or not. So we're all sharpened up out here. Okay. This isn't as thick as Shape Tape if you like a lighter. As you can see, it's more like salmon-y. So I want a color corrector. So I'm just taking my damn beauty blender, blending out. Blending that concealer right out. And look, as many times as I'm opening and closing, you see how it's just staying in place. That's what I love about Inglot's gel liners. They're so good. And yes, I make the weird face when I blend out concealer sometimes. That weird face there. My under eyes have been kind of dry lately. I use eye cream every single day. Every single day and every single night I use eye cream. So probably just lack of sleep at this point. Gotta get your sleep. It's so important. So we've got our concealer on. Now we're going to try out the Face Atelier Ultra Foundation. I have matched my skin tone. It was between a couple of shades. The honey shade is, you can see it's a bit fair for me. So I am over on the caramel shade. And in their brand, this is caramel. Caramel will be a little bit deeper in my opinion in other brands' shade ranges. And the cool thing about Face Atelier is pro product. Of course, you can get other pro mixtures, something from Graftobian, and kind of curate it how you want. But we're going to, I've tried these on other people. We're going to put some on. Just a little bit of pump. Spread it out. Just dot it on. That's how I like to put my foundation on. Okay. Then whatever is on the back of my hand, I take my beauty blender and get the rest of it. And I pat away. Blend it on out. So it's supposed to be nice, long-lasting wear. I looked at the claims on the Face Atelier website. I like to do that when I'm trying new stuff. And it's supposed to be very nice, full coverage, yet breathable. And it also has a nice kind of silky demi-matte finish. You don't have to worry about being super matte if you don't want to be. like to make sure I'm very blended to perfection, honey. And then I'll have to come back on our Instagram and Facebook stories and do an update on how this wears, because I'll leave it on so I can talk about how it wears. But first impressions, this is really pretty coverage, and I actually like the match quite a bit. So this one's out a little further, I'm noticing. It's a little bit sharper. There we go. There we go. Match it up, sisters. I like this on the bottom too, and I think we're going to come back and just give our bottom lash line just a little bit more love from Cocoa Taxi right here. Now that we got our foundation on, I like that I'm touching it too, and it's not like transferring off on me. And this is before I've even set any powder down, so that is a nice, promising first impression, right? So I'm closing up my liquid. We've got our graphic liner done, and I'm going in with Ben Nye's Luxury Power and BVO Banana. I can actually use this just as an all-over face powder with my skin tone. I'm just going right in with that guy. Keep clean brushes always, guys. Keep it sanitary. Even if it looks like a little dust collected on there, you want to clean it off. So I just gently swipe under my eye where I've concealed that. I'm not big into baking, especially if my eye under eye is already feeling a little bit dry. I don't want to freeze it in time and, dry it out even more. And honestly, I don't even think that this needs a heavy powder set, that I'm as heavy as a powder set as I'm doing, because the finish is really nice and soft. And didn't seem to transfer, but knowing that my skin is oily and will kind of get that way throughout the hours, I still set my face with powder. So we have our graphic liner on, looking great. I'm really loving this look. Let me... There we go. I'm such a perfectionist. Okay, so we're going to go in and contour. We're also going to use a new blush shade from Inglot that you can get at the fiction store. This is a new shade that was there, and I picked one up, and we're going to try it out today. So full of first impressions. Going to close our palette off here. We had fun with her. Going to go into our Park Ave Princess Bronzing Bar by Tarte, and we're just going to give our face some more dimension and contour. I'm going to use my Tarte contour brush. And just give it a nice contour. Nice natural contour. We definitely want the graphic liner to be our main focus. Kind of happy I have my hair up today so we can see it. If you see I contour, either go back or I kind of shimmy around the perimeter of my forehead, so we don't have any disconnect between the hairline and the face. And I like the shape of my jawline. I don't often go down here. It just depends on what look I'm going for. Right now, I want, like I said, the contour to be the focus. So I'm going to stop right here on my contour. If you end up watching this later and you want to kind of follow the graphic liner tutorial, you can. You can do whatever you want with your concealer for sure, or contour. Now we're going to go in with the new blush shade from Inglot's Freedom System Singles, and this is in shade number 63. Look how pretty that is. So pretty, like berry. I just love it. Love a berry blush. I say it all of the time. And look how much pigment is on there just from one little swipe. That's literally, this is what I did. Tip, tip. And that's how much I got. And look at that. Nice. I love blush. You know, I'll put just the tiniest bit more. Boom. Look how pretty that is. And I love it with the colors on my eyelid. I'm going to add us some highlight in. And this is a holiday highlight from last year's Tarte release. And it's called Goddess Glow. And I just think it's pretty. And I like the emblem they had on it. Really pretty and Moroccan. I'm just going to go in and top off my cheekbones. And this is, I've been trying to figure out this brush because I use it so much. It's a crown brush. So you can get some crown products from the Fiction Store too. Nice and subtle, so it's not taking away from our graphic liner, but it's still giving us something. I like this song, and they actually have the name of the songs on the playlist I play for you guys when I do like tutorials. And I love that song, and I know the name of it now. This is another fun one. All right, let's do some chin highlight and some forehead highlight too, right? Now a little technique there. Boom. All right, so we're going to move on to lip. And we're almost done with this Friday tutorial, guys. And I'm going to give my final impressions on some of these new products I used. I'm going in with just my own little mini superhero mascara by It Cosmetics. Just give the lashes a little bit of a coat. Wipe some of that mascara off my finger because I'm the clumsy type that will smudge it all over. Going in the corner of my eyes, have to look a certain way so I can poke myself. All right, let's see if we can gather up some of my bottom lashes that I always complain about. Superhero's pretty good with the gathering of my sparse bottom lashes. We got a little bit of them. All right, so moving on to the lip. We are going to do a Stila liquid lipstick stay all day. And this is in patina. And I thought like a nice kind of nudish lip would be pretty with this nice intense graphic liner. Just gonna go ahead and put that on. Got our lip on and glided on really, really well. I'm usually on the fence about the Stila liquid lipsticks. Sometimes they seem flaky, but this does not. This feels great. And you saw how it glided on. It's really nice. But we are done with Friday's tutorial of graphic liner and Face Atelier first impression. My first impression is that I'm loving this foundation. It shows well on camera. It shows well on my mirror. And I have light surrounding. So it's looking really good. It's not any disconnect from my jawline to my neck. I'm loving the way it feels on my face. It doesn't look cakey for it to be an ultra wear full coverage. And that's something I'm really enjoying about it. So we're going to see what it does in a few hours. And we'll get back to you on the full review of it. This Inglot blush color is beautiful. And as you see, it's not like going to go on like this. This is a pressed powder. So of course it's very high in pigment. But look how it goes on. Nice, pretty, subtle. Nice berry mauve. Really, really love it. These blushes stay on very well also. And this is my first time using this shade in the Pure Pigments. Absolutely love it. Even without, I'll swatch it. Even without that mixture, look how pretty. That is so pretty, right? I absolutely love a teal. All of the products I'm trying out for the first time. The eyeshadow primer I really like as well. Got to love my Delium brushes. Love the taper bristles on this one. And again, this is the 548. You can get Delium brushes at the Fiction store. But first impression, everything is a win so far. So we'll do an update later on and see how I feel. But if you watch this later, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy your Friday, and I hope you like some of these products and you take the time to try them out. And if you see something from the Fiction store, go pick it up. But anyways, have a good weekend, guys. We will see you next week. Brand new set of segments, and see you later. Thanks for watching. Look at my stained fingers now. Bye.